It is Joe Baker Photography here, and do you want to create pictures like this and this? Well, I am going to show you the behind the scenes of a recent shoot that I did, and we are continuing my lighting series with just one light. I think a lot of photographers will benefit from this video because we always start with one light. Usually that's all we can afford, and then we always shoot on location because we more likely do not have a studio that we shoot in. And I'm going to show you how you can use that one light in an amazing setting plus golden hour light, still using off-camera flash, and you can still have amazing images. Be sure that you stay to the end of the video, and I'm going to give you a little special bonus and a little insight on my editing and how I create images. You'll be able to see the straight out of the camera images along with my basic edits, and then how I go further with it and add my own secret sauce. So make sure you stay tuned. Hey guys, we made it out to the second location. The sun is setting. We have this really nice blue sky over here. Awesome model. And we are in the tall grass. So one thing that I did is I actually tapped the ground with my light stand to make sure that there were no snakes. Oh, here, it's Kinsey. Yeah, right there. Let's put you on, no. Yeah, be careful on the spiky plant right down there at the bottom. So you can kind of lean against that. Yeah, that's better. Cool.
What are boots for?
That's exactly what the boots are for. More than just for walking. Alright, so we can see the sun on her face right now. It's kind of coming across, but I'm actually going to have her turn this way. And whenever I look at her now, the sun is behind her, and we still have these awesome blue skies. And I want to make sure that I get that light or those skies in the picture.
Did you guys know that this is near Lubbock?
Yeah, look at that.
20 minutes away.
20 minutes away. So, we'll have some fun. Okay, Future Joe's here. I'm going to jump in because I was not able to record any audio of any value during this part of the session. So I'm going to show you what I was doing, you're going to see what I was doing, and then I'm going to kind of narrate it from this point forward. As you can see, I have my Cheetah stand 32-inch by 48-inch softbox, and I'm using my Godox AD600 SE light along with my C12 stand, Cheetah stand. I use a sandbag because I want to make sure that the light doesn't blow over, and even though there wasn't that much wind during the shoot, there's always the possibility that it could blow over, and I like just having the sandbag there. Here you can see that I put the sun behind her, and I'm using the setting sun as my rim light and my off-camera flash as my key light. I was shooting with my Sony a7R5 and my Sony 50-150 f2 G Master. I was wide open at f2, and my shutter speed was at 1/3200, and my ISO was set to 100. Personally, I like to help the model with her posing, but I always want to make sure that I keep her face away from the sunlight so I can use my flash to light her the way that I want. Here, the sun was setting pretty quickly, and I definitely wanted to get more of the environment in my next shots, so I actually switched over to my Tamron 17-28 f2.8. It's one of my favorite lenses. It's great for creating those unique perspectives and allowing you to capture more of the background. Also, I like to shoot from a low angle to keep the clouds and sky in the image, and B, add that unique, almost powerful vibe created by that low angle. At this point, the sun was pretty much being hit by the canyon rim, and so I positioned her a little differently to allow more of a front shot so I could show off more of the amazing canyon behind her. I had her lean on the fence and support her hands very carefully on the barbed wire fencing to grab this awesome perspective. I would highly recommend trying every different angle you can when you're at a great location like this. Well, I hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes of that photo shoot. And now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of this, and I'm going to show you how I take the straight out of camera shots and add my own special sauce to them. So let's go. I am going to show you my secret sauce. I've picked 4 images here, but we're actually only going to have time to work on this single image. You can kind of see this is the straight out of camera. This is what it looks like. There's no editing done. You can see along the right side here, I haven't done anything to it. Usually how I like to start is I'll go ahead and click on auto, and you can see how it does a pretty good job on this. I always like to increase my contrast up. And then on this one, I'll hit the letter J, and I can see that there's some clipping. So I'll use this to kind of get rid of that clipping. And then I don't want to bring the shadows up too much. I still kind of want that dark looking. We'll bring the vibrance back down, and I usually will bring everything back even on the vibrance and saturation. I do add a little bit of clarity, and that's just add a little bit of sharpness here. Then I'll come down here, and I will enable profile correction. That usually gets rid of that vignette and also the pin cushioning that happens with that wide angle lens. And then I will do a manual noise reduction here. You can see that I was at 1/2000 of a second for my shutter speed, f2.8, ISO 100, and I was fully using the 17 millimeters. I like to make sure that I'm using that full thing. But you can see how we have these leading lines, we have some foreground elements, we have the sunset, we have some amazing clouds, and it's just really good at showcasing the entire landscape. Once we get to this point, I'm going to go ahead and right click and edit in Photoshop. While we're waiting for that to go, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know if you have any questions. I am going to go ahead and create a duplicate layer. I actually edit on a Hyun tablet, and it's just as good as the other brand that's out there, but it's not as expensive. Now, the first thing that I see is that's bugging the crap out of me is this little sensor spot. And so I'm going to go ahead and clean that off using the, what is this called? This brush here. And you can see that it moved it away, and I don't see anything else. Really, all I do here is I will go ahead and get rid of obvious things, and we're going to go ahead and flatten this, and then I add my own little, what I call color toning, and basically it's a color balance and a LUT that I have. I haven't been able to recreate it, otherwise I'd love to sell it. I need to figure out how I can do that in order to sell it if you're interested in how I color grade my images. And I use the same color grade for basically 99% of my images. I just love it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and save this back. I'm gonna save it back into Lightroom. It's going back into Lightroom. All right, we're gonna pull Lightroom back up, and then I'm gonna right click and edit in Evoto. Evoto is just an amazing tool, and it really helps you get your images done that much faster. I'm actually going to create a new project here. And some people think that it's like cheating or whatever, but it really, you can speed up your process so much. I love photography, and I'm not too fond of editing. I just want to get going and move on to the next photo shoot as fast as possible. And I think Evoto has been a wonderful tool to help me do that. Now over here I have some, where are they at? I actually have a preset already. So I have one for my modeling edits. And I will show you kind of what it does. We kind of even out the facial skin. I use a sculpting tool. And you can see I kind of go a little high with it, but she didn't need that much. And then I will go down to the body skin, and we use even the dodge and burn there. And if I hold the space bar, you can kind of, I hope that comes through. You can kind of see that. The other thing that it's already doing is it kind of cleans up her armpits. Girls, they like to have their armpits cleaned up, so you'll never hear a complaint about that. And then that's pretty much all I do on the skin retouching. And then the other one that I do is I go to the hair and we do the stray hair removal at 90. And you can see here how it kind of cleans up all those flyaways. Now, it's your call on how much flyaways you want to take out. I like to keep it a little bit cleaner, especially with this tool. It makes it that much easier. So, all right, I am done, and I'm going to export. See, that took all of 10 seconds. I'm going to export, boom, hit OK, and I'm sending it back into Lightroom because Lightroom is my primary editing tool that I use. Or I'm sorry, my primary organizational tool. All right, so we're going to switch back into Lightroom, and there we go. Boom, it's ready to go. Then all I will do is export. I have a custom export called Lightroom Edits, low resolution, no watermark for my modeling pics. My image is JPEG, quality is 70, and I have it resized to fit on the long edge at 2048, and I sharpen for the screen. And I don't put a watermark on these. And you can see it's really simple. The 2048 allows it to look really good on social media, and I use that same setting for Facebook, Instagram, and everything else. So it's a real easy setting for you guys to use. And I'll hit export, and I'm done. And I can do all the other ones too. So this is with basic edits, and then this is the final product. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I love shooting with one camera. I love shooting with one light, and I think it is the way to go for probably 90% of photographers out there. You can do a lot with one light, and I think it's really important for you to understand that you don't have to have 4 or 5 lights in order to create what you need to create and make amazing images out there. Again, if you have any questions, please comment below. Let me know what you think. Be sure to subscribe, ring that bell, and let me know if you have any questions. I look forward to it. I do want to do a giveaway. I have some product that I can give away, and I want to do that, but I think I'll save that for the next video. Remember, grab your camera and just go shoot, man.